Hey everybody, Tom here with Hidden Beats, and today we are talking with Matt Lang. How are you doing, sir?
How good you?
Pretty good. It's the end of a nice work day and getting to jump into some fun interviews.
Yes, it's gonna
So
be fun.
yeah, we're here to talk to you about your music, about you're playing a show tonight. You just said you got a whole bunch of things
Yeah,
going on, but for those who are new, can you give a little intro about yourself?
yeah. Well, Matt Lang from Maniwaki, Quebec. It's not far from Ottawa too. So,
Hmm.
anyways, yeah, I'm doing country music, and I just released my new single, brand new single, All Night Longer. So yeah, I'm really happy with that, and it goes pretty well on Spotify and Apple and Amazon and everything. So yeah, I'm on tour right now. I'm in Saint Jerome tonight, so it's gonna be fun. And yeah,
Sounds like a good time for
a
sure.
little bit about myself.
Yeah. So we actually got to talk. We did an interview with you, I think back in like 2020. That was a while ago about
Yeah,
some stuff. We talked about your influences and everything back then. But I'm curious, do you remember the first album you've ever bought?
my first album. Yes, that was Garth Brooks.
Okay.
I don't remember the title, but the one with Friends in Low Places.
Ah, yes.
So yeah, yeah, that was a super nice album, and yeah, that was my first one in English.
Okay.
In French, that was I don't remember Caillouche. I think it's like a little bit like a Western bluegrass French stuff. So
Hmm.
he's from New Brunswick. So, anyways, yeah,
I've heard that name before though.
yeah, he got
Mhm.
some like a massive songs, like Colo Volant and anyways. I don't know if you know that, but
I don't
everybody,
listen to it regular. I have heard it though. I do know some
yeah.
French. I'm not the best, but
Yeah.
so I've also been lucky enough to see you perform live in person. I think has to be at least 5 times now. And last time was at Boots and Hearts actually just recently.
Yeah. That was super fun. We played in the afternoon at 3:15, I think.
Yeah, you
But
were
yeah,
opening a bit, I think, on that one on that
yeah,
stage.
on the main stage, yeah. And that was my second time in Boots and Hearts. The first time was with Sirius XM, Top of the Country contest, and yeah, that was awesome. I finally saw Tim McGraw too, so
Hmm.
and Riley Green that night too, and my good friend Tyler Drummer was there. So I played twice. I play in the main stage, and the other one I don't remember the name of the stage, but with TJ. I played Never Met a Beer, so that was super cool, and that was, good memories
Yeah,
for
it was a fun
everybody.
one for sure.
Oh yeah, and it's like the stage, it's huge, and the catwalk, it's you can run, and it's
You're,
it's
you're
just
good to
fun.
run, yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much everyone I've ever talked to and PR everyone always says that your show is described as a party and that's what you expect the whole time through. What do you like what does it take for you to put into a big show like that?
You know what? Like for me, it's really important when you see a show. Like I, I'm gonna talk about my show because I know it's my show. So I put the quality. So and I'm like, of course, the musician, and but we got the like pyro and smoke machine, and so it's I don't know. It's just like when you see the show, when you see my show, it's like okay, it's pretty. It's impressive, and because as you know, and you probably know that, but English not my first language,
Hmm.
and I learned like each day I learn about that beautiful language. But I was like, if I'm not perfect, I need to have something behind me.
Yeah. Something for someone to look at.
I'm just kidding, but yeah, no, it's always a huge party, and for real, I'm super lucky to um, doing that job each night like that, and it's sold out everywhere. So I'm just the lucky guy. I feel like I'm lucky right now.
Yeah, live music is amazing. There's nothing like it and when you can have
Yeah,
an enjoyable time like that, it's great for sure.
yeah, that's it. And tonight it's like pretty impressive. It's a brand new here too. So it's pretty big. So it's super super fun.
Hmm. Now, do you have a hard time putting together like a set list that you want to have for a show? Like, is it just fan favorites, or do you have ones you love performing?
It's always the same thing because we tour a lot, so it's always the same show. So we practice before the tour for maybe 2 weeks, just to making sure everything's is good, like around us, like the pyro and the smoke machine and everything. But no, it's always the same thing, always the same song. Sometimes when I play like an acoustic song, um, I ask the people what do you want like to hear. So they said something and I try just for fun, but it's pretty like always the same thing,
Okay,
always
well, I
the
mean,
same.
at least it's easy to just vibe and you can add stuff as you need to.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm. So you have the new single out, and we were just
yeah.
talking about that before. Can you give us a little story behind that one?
Well, yeah, it's called All Night Longer. And the first time I heard that song with Damage Bell, anyways, he showed me that song. I was like, it's really good and catchy. I love that song. Can I have that song? Because I'm not the writer on that song. So we asked the people for that song and said, no, it's on hold for John Party. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, and maybe a month after that, they said, if you want the song, it's free now. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, I'll get it. Let's go. Yeah, I'll do it. So I took that song, and it's a festive song about thinking about someone all day and wanting to spend the night with them, and never wanting it to end. So I
it's
put
a good
that.
song. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it's pretty catchy, and you know what? Like I love that song, but I think because we're gonna release this the album in May, so May 9th in Montreal at the Metropolis MTLUS,
Okay.
and I think it's a good song, but what's coming up, it's gonna be, I think, better than that.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. My guitar player, Etienne.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
how's it
nice to
going?
meet you, man.
So yeah, so it's gonna be fun, and um, I'm excited about that too.
Yeah. What's your process like when you're putting together like a track for yourself? I know this one was, written by someone else, but when you're putting together your music and your version, how do you do that?
We're like Danik, is there. I'm there. Etienne. Like we're a bunch of people. My band are there, and we just for like maybe a day, we put the like all the demo, and we're like, okay, what's the best thing for us first, and after that, we build around the demo. Sometimes it's happened. It's the same thing as the demo because it's really good like that.
Hmm.
So, but it's always creative, and yeah, it's not really complicated for us. If we like the song, we like it, and if we sometimes it's happened like if we want to change the not the riff but the drum or
Hmm.
it's always it's pretty the same thing as the demo.
Nice and smooth working with the guys together that way.
Yeah, it's always fun, because we're all playing on that stuff, and it's important to for me to if the guy are comfortable with the song, I'll be comfortable too.
For
it's a
sure.
it's a big teamwork, so yeah.
Now, how do you think your music has evolved from releasing French music to start, then moving into the English world, and then now you have the new release coming up? How has your music evolved over time?
You know what, like because I did the voice in Quebec, and they want me to sing in French, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. But what I like, it's English music, like
Hmm.
it's country music, like the real country, like Dwight Yoakam, Johnny Cash, Alan Jackson. Anyways, so and I was like, I did the first album, my first one in French on my real name, Mathieu Langevin. And I
Hmm.
changed my name, by the way, because that was tough to say Mathieu Langevin for, like English people. Like I was in
Yeah.
Nashville and everyone was like, what's your new name? I'm like, Mathieu Langevin. And I was like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Matt Lang. And that, you know, that was like that. Anyways, so I released my first one in French called Sauve-toi pas. And you know what? Like I was like, I assume more my Matt Lang, the English songs than the French one. I don't know why, but I was like, I don't have much fun as the English stuff. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm saying right now, but so that's why I'm doing this right now.
Hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense. I'm super rusty right now. My English not really good, but I do my best.
No, it makes sense.
But
I
yeah,
understand. Yeah. It's a different
so
feeling. Like I've seen a lot of French musicians, and it's in English, as much as they're both great songs, it's a different feeling how you play it and how it comes out to
yeah,
other people.
and when you assume the song, it's way better too. It's
Hmm.
like if you want to wear a hat, if you don't assume that, it's gonna be correct. But
Yeah.
if you assume that, it's gonna be super, or if I can say it like that, it's gonna be fucking good.
Yeah, for sure.
you know? So it's just the yeah. So that's why it's like that right now for me.
No, and that makes sense. If you feel it, then it's gonna be that much better for other people.
Yeah, yeah, a lot.
So what do you think it takes to stand out in the music industry now? There's so many great musicians out there. How do you get your spot?
You know what? Like, I I'm always like, first, I feel super lucky to be there and doing that each night. But I have an incredible team, and I don't look to, I know that we are a lot on that industry. I do my thing. I love what I'm doing, and that's it. I don't expect something. I just, do my job, and that's it. That's all. That's why that's I deal like that with it. So
No, and
yeah,
that's a good way to put it, because I talk to a lot of people, and if you kind of just sit with yourself and make sure you're doing good with whatever it is, someone's going to come and listen to your music.
right.
Hmm.
So and right
Now,
now with like the social media and everything, it's you try, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I don't. It's perfect like that. I like it.
that was actually going to be my next spot, is how are you able to wrap your head around all the social media things that are out there?
I'm the worst man.
It's hard. It's too
My
many.
team, yeah, it's hard, and for real, my team was like, you need to put more story and more stuff, and I'm like, okay, and I'm the worst. I'm bad.
Oh yeah. I have that
I'm
problem
bad.
too, with like, so I just put another interview out today, but then I had to post it in six different spots, and
Yeah,
it's a lot to figure out sometimes.
it's a lot. And I'm not good. So, like for right now, why I don't put my sound check on my social media. Like it's always like that. I forgot. Doing my stuff, but it's always stuff. But
Yeah.
anyways, I need it's that's my goal for 2024.
Just get a little bit better at it.
Yeah, like I just got this in the parking, and
Okay.
I was like, why I don't put this on this on the social media? It's funny. It's not funny, but it's
Well, that's it. It's shows more about you. You're actually a normal person doing your thing,
yeah,
and people
yeah,
can see that. Yeah. Hey,
yeah. Like when
figure it out.
yeah, it's just, but it's yeah, it's me. I'm bad with that, but I need to work on it for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, you'll get there for sure.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I have a couple fun questions I always ask my interviews, just because it makes you think a little bit more.
Sorry. Yeah.
First one I'm curious is who you're listening to that you don't think enough people are listening to. Like
Oh, it's a
someone
good.
who's not got a lot of listening.
Okay, but well, it's I right now I'm stuck on Billie Holiday. It's like a jazz
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I really like it. Each day I put some jazz when I'm cleaning the house or on the road or so right now it's jazz. I'm gonna say jazz. Billie
Okay.
Holiday.
Is there one song that you listen to that you people be surprised you listen to?
A song like a jazz and stuff
And
or
any song, like a guilty pleasure song, like if someone knew that you were listening to that, they'd be like, "Wow."
it's depend of the season. It's
Okay.
weird.
Yeah.
Like if it's Christmas time, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yeah.
Everybody know that song and hear that song during that time. But I don't know for real. It's I just put the like I put like a playlist and I don't have a song like it's just behind the
Just whatever
behind me
playing.
just
Yeah.
just yeah whatever playing. But right now, as I said, it's jazz. But
Mhm.
maybe in a month it's gonna be some classical music. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
always different. I just like that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I can listen to a good song. It doesn't matter what it is. It's, something to listen
Yeah.
to. Yeah, that's awesome.
With the band right now, it's Salbab. So Salbab, it's like a Cajun
Okay.
style, So
Yeah.
Bayou style, music.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah, no,
born on
I
Bayou
like
and
that.
everything
That's
like
fun.
that. Yeah, it's really, really good.
Now, this is my favorite question I ask everyone, and I think you'll have a unique thought about it. What is one thing you think should be asked more in an interview that's not asked enough?
Oh, it's a good one.
It
It's
makes
a
you
good
think
one. I don't know. It's a good one.
because you've probably heard a lot of interviews and watched a lot and been in a bunch. And then what do you think more people want to see in an interview?
Maybe it's a tough one too. But sometimes we always like the question is, what's coming up
Hmm.
and what's your new song, your stuff. So you tour a lot. Can you talk about that and tell us about that? But I think what it's when we doing that job, lots of story are behind the scene.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing to um, it's I think about that it's perfect. The story behind the scene and with the band in the truck or something like that. Sometimes we can't because it's too it's
Yeah.
funny.
I'm sure there's
But yeah,
always
I
some
think
crazy
about that.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, like like if you're drunk somewhere,
Hmm.
like you did something funny or like I don't know, you know.
So a more touching one then is, have you had a fan come up to you and tell you something that meant a lot about your music?
If what, sorry?
If a fan, like at a show or in social media, anything, came up to you and said how much your music meant to them, is there one that stands out on top of anyone else?
It happen often and
Yeah.
it's perfect. Like if someone ask me question about that or if someone said like I love your music because blah 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 blah. I'm like it's fun to hear that, because you can touch the people with your songs and your stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Those are
it's
those are
pretty
always
fun.
fun, and it's interesting because there was probably a musician when you were younger that touched you in some ways. So now you get to do that for someone else.
Of course, like if I had the chance to spoke with Garth Brooks when I was young,
Hmm.
it's like it's always like, oh my God, it's it, if you can talk with that person, it's just incredible
It's
moments,
like
So
meeting a hero almost.
uh
It's like meeting a hero.
yeah, it's perfect.
Hmm. Now,
and I would love to. So
yeah.
maybe that's gonna happen. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. It will. It will. Now, outside of music, what do you do to keep yourself grounded and focused?
It's a good question too. Right now, I just had my little girl and little boy, so I have two kids at home. So I need, and now it's tough because I'm always gone on tour. But when I'm at home, I took time with my folks, and it's really important for me.
Hmm.
Doing some quads, or you know, when just walk in the wood, or like
Just quality
just
time.
passing time with, yeah, quality time. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a 1 year old now, so she demands quality time.
Oh yeah, and it's going fast. The time fly for real. And sometimes I'm on tour and I'm like, oh fuck, it's like I miss them a lot. You
Hmm.
sorry for the swear, but that's my reality. So
Hey,
yeah.
I swear a lot too. Don't worry about it.
The first time I had like I did some English interview, they said to me, my team said, so you have a couple words you can't,
Oh,
you know, say in radio or podcast or something like. I was like, okay, what's that? So the F word and the
yeah,
I was like, okay. So in French we say that often, and like really
yeah,
often, but it's not like a swear for us. It's just like the way we speak. But anyways,
yeah. It's just part of your language. I feel that way too because I swear so much sometimes that my wife looks at me
yeah.
like I'm crazy.
And when you're with your kids, it's always like, oh, I need to be careful because they're gonna speak like that too. So
Well,
same problem here.
yeah, she's starting to say some words too, so we have to. She's gonna hear something, I'm sure, but
Yeah. Sorry.
so what do you hope fans take away from your music?
Uh, I don't know if they can have some, fun with my music, if they can have some, I don't know if that makes sense, but feeling, if they can feel the way I I I speak in my music. Um, I I'm excited about that because if I'm doing that job not just because I like it, but it's just it's I don't know how to explain that, but it's always fun when you can touch the some hearts,
Hmm.
so
It's
yeah.
yeah, it's the emotion that you put into it and the work that you put into it.
Yeah, yeah. If they can feel the love or the party or the whatever what the song talk about, if I
Hmm.
can touch one person with that, it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, for
So yeah.
sure. Now, my last question for you is what keeps you motivated to keep going down the music road?
It's because I have some stuff to pay. No, no. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I'm just kidding. Like for real, it's just because I work so hard for that. I learn another language. I learn English and also a little bit of
Yeah.
Spanish too. I work a lot. I work like, and right now, again, I feel super lucky to doing that job. I don't want to go back in the wood, because my old job was a lumberjack. I don't want to go there. I love
Hmm.
my job. I love to see some new faces. So that's my goal. To if I can do that job for a long time, I'll put all the effort for that.
For sure. That's all I have written down. Is there any final words of wisdom you want to leave to fans?
Well, thanks for first for your patience, because I know it's sometimes it's my English it's bad, but I do my best, and
We're all Canadian here.
I
We
think
know
it's
that.
better than the first time we met. I remember my first interview, the first one. The guy said, "So Matt Lang, where are you from?" And I was like 29 years old. He said, okay, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be a long day. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know.
But see, that's the nice thing is I understand French. If you had to answer something in French, it's easy for me still.
Yeah, you're good at French?
I don't speak as well, but I can understand. Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, from Ottawa, lots of people speak French more than Montreal. I think Montreal is pretty English too. So, but
Mhm.
yes, if I have to say something, to the fans, it's thank you for everything, and thanks to you for your love, and thanks for your patience. Thanks for thank you, because I can do what I want right now, and it's a dream, and I can it's my job. So thanks again, guys.
Now you're on tour right now, and that's how many dates is that? That's a pretty big tour coming up, eh?
Yeah, so I'm going on tour across Canada with Aaron Pritchett and Cory Marks. We have, I think, 30, 35 dates
Okay.
across Canada, in Quebec, and so we have maybe around 50 dates in 3 months. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to get out to see you and make sure I check it out. And I'm also a photographer, so I take all the pictures that when I'm out too and get some cool shots.
Perfect. Hope to see you too.
Yeah, I'll get
In
you put on
Ottawa.
the list. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Well, I won't keep you too much longer because you got to prepare for your show tonight. But we're gonna make sure we link all of your socials and your new music. And I'm looking forward to getting a chance to talk with you again sometime.
Of course. Anytime. Always a pleasure. Thanks for your time.
Not a problem. You enjoy your day.
You too.
Bye.
Cheers.